Most DJs know how to set a simple loop on a DJ controller, but what separates average DJs from the ones who stand out is how they use those loops creatively. In this video, I'm going to show you 3 different levels of loop transitions, starting with basic, to pro, and to completely insane. And I'm going to be using the exact same 2 tracks for each one. Let's get into it. My name is DJ Blakey, DMC champion and pro DJ of over 20 years. And if there's one thing that I've learned, it's that you can take simple DJ techniques like looping and turn them into something insanely creative. Whether you're just getting started with DJing or you're looking for pro level creativity, then this is for you. Now, before we get started, let's take a listen to the James Hype track that we're going to be using for the loop. Now, here on the DDJ Flex 4, you've got a few different options for setting loops inside Serato. You've got the 4-beat loop button right here, so if I press this, you can see inside Serato it has set a perfectly in time 4-beat loop. Now, I can use these left and right arrow buttons right here to halve or double the length of the loop. So let's halve it. Now it's 2 beats. Now it's 1 beat. And again, it will be half a beat. For these transitions, I'm not going to go lower than 1/8 of a beat, but you can go as low as 32 and it will end up sounding like a continuous tone. You also have a beat loop pad mode on the DDJ Flex 4. So if you hold shift and press beat jump, this will take you to the beat loop pad mode. And now these top 4 pads right here will trigger different lengths of loops. So this one here will trigger a 1 beat loop. This will trigger half a beat, quarter beat, and 1/8 of a beat. I'm actually going to trigger my loops using both ways throughout this video. I'm also going to be applying some effects to my loops using the beat effects section right here. Inside Serato, if we click on the effects panel, which is at the top, you can see all of your effects in the middle of the screen. Now, the effect that is first in line, which is this one right here, is the effect that will be applied using the beat effects section of the DDJ Flex 4. So you can see I've got it set to Epic Reverb, but I've changed all of the settings of Epic Reverb to sound just how I like it. If you want to copy those settings, this is exactly what they are. This gives a really nice tail on the end of the reverb, but it's not overpowering. I'm also going to be using the Transformer scratch effect for the insane level transition. The Transformer scratch is where you use the crossfader to turn the sound on and off repeatedly. I've currently got the shortest possible loop set on this deck, and if I move the fader over, you can hear that sound come through. And to perform the Transformer scratch, you rest your thumb against the fader like this to keep it closed, and then you tap the crossfader like this to turn the sound on. And your thumb will always push the fader closed again. It does take some practice, but you can create some amazing sounding tricks. That stop sound at the end, that's another technique that I'm going to use in this video. I have my Serato set up so that when I press the stop button, it creates a breaking sound. Here's how I did it. So in Serato, let's go to the settings, and then under DJ preferences, I've got my stop time set to around 9 o'clock. That's why the stop sounds like this. If I had this set all the way to the bottom, then the stop would be completely abrupt. That is actually how I have it set most of the time. But being able to create that stopping effect is great for loop transition tricks like this. You'll hear me use that technique in the insane transition. And now let's take a listen to the track that we're going to mix in over the loop that we set. So I actually begin playing this track with the vocals taken out using Serato stems. And then when this track drops, I bring the vocals back in for maximum impact. The entire goal of this video is to help you think differently about creative DJing. If you like learning this stuff, then I've got a full course that goes way deeper. The link is in the description. So now let's take a listen to the basic transition. So for that transition there, I set a 1 beat loop on the piece of vocal, which sounded like this. And then I used the left arrow right here to incrementally halve the loop to build tension and excitement before the drop. I also used the reverb effect right here and then halved the loop. And then when the loop became really short like this, I used the up fader to turn on the loop rhythmically a few times. And that was my basic transition. A mix like that is so versatile, and it's a great thing for every DJ to have in their toolkit because it can get you from any track into any track if you use it at the right time and in the right way. It's versatile, and when done properly, can make your mixes seamless. Now let's check out the pro level transition.
Sometimes it's soft as a misty rain that gently touches my soul. It cools the fire that burns in me, and I simply lose control.
When it comes to creative mixing, this is just scratching the surface. If you want to learn more, I've got a full creative open format DJ course that will show you how to mix between genres with confidence and maximum creativity. If you want to check it out, just hit the link in the description. So this pro transition takes what we learned in the basic transition and turns it up a few notches. You could see that I was switching between the beat values right here, rather than just going down incrementally. I was switching between half a beat and quarter beat backwards and forwards, which creates a nice variation in the sound of the loop. I also used the up fader more to create that transformer effect, turning the loop on and off with more skill and precision. And then at the end of the transition, I did a spin back, which sounded really good with the reverb tail being turned on. So there's a lot more going on with this transition, but I still think it sounds good and is a versatile tool for any DJ to have in their list of techniques. Now let's check out the insane level transition.
Sometimes it's soft as a misty rain that gently touches my soul. It cools the fire that burns in me, and I simply lose control.
I now have hundreds of DJs inside my course community mixing like this every day. If you want to be part of it, then the link to the course is in the description. So for this transition, we're really working the crossfader with that transformer effect. Doing the transformer scratch this quickly and this accurately does take an awful lot of practice. So if you can't perform the transformer scratch that fast, that's fine. You can just slow it down and maybe do something like this. Some people prefer to use the up fader for their transformers. Let's take a listen to that. There's no right or wrong answer here, but to get those transformer scratches super fast, it's best to use the crossfader. This level of transition is more of a performance trick, and it's not something that I would use in every DJ set. It is great on social media because it grabs attention and really shows off your skills. But if I was DJing in a venue and the goal was to make people dance, I would use a transition like this sparingly. It's basically pure flexing, but that has its place. If you found these techniques useful and you want to take your creative DJing further, then feel free to check out my creative open format DJ course, where I go way deeper into transitions, mixing between genres smoothly, and loads more creative DJing tricks. There are already hundreds of DJs leveling up inside my online community, and if you want to join them, then just hit the link down in the description. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned something, and if you want to check out more from me and my channel, then I recommend this video right here.